Live 2022 GSL Season 2.
Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to go into our next match. This is going to be a ZDT. It's DRG versus Maru, our two little COVID protein spikes.
My gosh, they're going to combine to make a super virus here.
That's right.
This is dangerous.
This is how the new variant is made, is when you have these two guys duke it out.
Can it travel through the internet?
Well, it will after this is done. And we're all getting infected.
Yeah. Okay, so, Maru obviously, is way ahead in the group right now. He's been playing much better than everyone else. If he takes on DRG here, that's it. He's locked, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not doing the math, but just looking at it, I know that he's locked.
No, he should be out. He should be good.
Yeah, in fact, even at this point, I think that with Su beating Zoun, you can't get enough players in front of Maru. He's getting through to round of 6.
I think it makes the rest of the score murky enough, with everybody else kind of taking each other out, that Maru can just walk out of the group.
I think there's a lot of possible third place guys. I think, in fact, there's 3 possible third place guys right now, if I'm not mistaken. But Maru's going to be making it through, and Kira's going to be making it through. I'm fairly sure here.
All right, let's look at Maru's room. There's all the trophies.
Dude, that's a lot of trophies. He needs a G5L there as well. Is
that
that AC to his right there? I think it is. Yeah.
That's a serious air conditioning unit. That's a window unit. That's exactly what I got in my stream. Me and Maru, a lot in common. Same side, too, in the camera shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I just think I got a lot better at StarCraft. Let's just say that. Now, who's going to take it, guys? The room with decorations or the prison cell room?
The prison cell room.
Prison cell room, that's right. This guy just games.
Yeah.
He doesn't make bookshelves.
He's got his mattress creep spread on the floor already, man. He's ready to go.
All right, guys, 2,000 atmospheres for game 1. Let's go.
I came for war.
Team NV, DRG.
DRGR.
DRGR.
All right, now you talk. Go.
Whoa.
Onside Gaming, Maru.
So,
Maru.
No, not like that. Now you're embarrassing us, Artosis. Now,
Maru GR.
So you had COVID not long ago.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, guys, we both had a flight back in from Orlando together. We
were
sat
together
next to each other on the plane.
99% of the time.
We were together. We're already together a lot, especially for overseas. We're basically spending most of our time together, unless one of us is jet lagged and waking up early or going to bed later. And then in this last trip we did for the Streamer Royale, we were together
99%.
Pretty much 99%. We were together the whole time. We sat together on the flight. Yeah. Delays in the airport, so we were actually this whole trip overall was probably extended by 7 hours more than it needed to be. We say goodbye to each other, get into separate taxis, go home, and the next day you have COVID and I don't.
I know.
And I can't believe that.
It's so wild.
And I guess some of the we've got players coming back from Spain. By the way, our heart goes out to Bunny, who's still in Spain, who can't get back because he's got COVID.
Dude,
they won't let him fly.
That's the worst. It's much better
man.
to get home and then figure out you have it rather than the test that gets you on the airplane shows it. He just got really unlucky there, unfortunately. That's got to be so annoying being sick in another country, chilling in a hotel room.
I don't think Bunny speaks any Spanish, so that probably doesn't help either.
Yeah,
so and Bunny's on hard mode right now.
Well, he's a pro gamer too, so he probably brought just enough clothes for the trip, his keyboard, mouse, and his cell phone. So he's laying in bed right now, watching dramas on his cell phone, and that's it.
That could be it, man. He's just on the bed with the phone plugged into the side of the wall.
Mm-hmm. You know how hot his phone is by now,
man. The phone has never cooled down. We're gonna
16 hours a day on that thing, man. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, man. And somehow, I have not gotten COVID yet.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm far overdue for getting it, but so far
Certainly.
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I was fairly certain when all this stuff started Tasteless. I was like, if I get it, it's from Tasteless.
You're pretty sure COVID came from me, actually.
Yeah.
It's not the bat soup thing, man. It's tasteless.
No, it's Tasteless himself.
All you had to do was look at the dishes in my sink, and you're like, yeah, super virus coming out of here.
So this is a starport before third command. So looking to get a little bit of harassment damage done. Multiple Hellions being made, medevac on the way. DRG has that third hatch all hatched now.
Right, so we're going to have a Hellion drop coming up here.
You know that thing, what came
never
first?
mind. It was the exact opposite. It was a Widow Mine and the Marine drop. Hellions are going to attack
You
the
couldn't
front.
tell that, Tasteless?
Sorry, guys.
You know the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
What about, like, with the hatchery drone type thing? You have a drone. Imagine the first hatcheries that the Overmind was trying to make, where it's like the drone tries its hardest to become a hatchery. It's like, oh, God, that isn't doing anything for me.
Yeah, that's a good question. What came first, the drone or the hatchery?
By the way, this is a BC Rush, one of the older builds for 2,000 atmospheres. Third command center on the way. Let's see what he can get done with this first drop. There is a spore on the way.
There is a cavity. Oh, this is a lot of damage. I don't think that's all going to be able to unload. Apparently it all will be able to unload.
Yeah, he's still going after it. Oh my God, the mine hit was absolute garbage. It went after a drone that turned into a spore. So
yeah,
absolutely amazing block there from DRG. Not the end of the world for Maru as of yet, but it looks like that drop gone. And the Hellions, though. 5 drones? 7? 8? Honestly, this was still good by DRG. I think I'm looking at this, Tasteless. I think that this is better for DRG than Maru after that.
You could be right.
But let's see what the BC can do.
Now, one thing about this map is that there's this big cavity in the top right. I mean, there is in the bottom left as well, but we're going to see the battlecruiser teleport over to the top right. And you can get behind the minerals of both the main and the natural and really abuse the Zerg, really force them to make a lot of defense. And you're basically looking to see, you know, what kills can you get off here.
And this is going to be a mech follow-up from Maru, so he is ready to just hunker down and play really long games. He's been pretty vocal about this lately, that doesn't need to, doesn't want to attack Zerg.
Yeah.
And, you know, if he feels up to this, especially if DRG's feeling sick or anything, like, I think it's harder to play, like, a very long game here, right? Like, Maru's literally going BC mech and is known for currently playing very turtly styles. Like, DRG, do you want to win this series? Okay, well, about an hour and 30 minutes from now, that's about when you can win it, if you play carefully.
Yeah, and this is the thing with Maru. Like, I mean, I think he's probably spot on in basically not aggressing against the Terran, or against the Zerg, excuse me. It does seem like Zergs have gotten good enough. They kind of sort of hold everything. But yeah, man, double armory mech with BCs to harass. This is going to be a long, long game.
It certainly looks that way. Second BC coming out, multiple siege tanks, the Hellions running around for now. Third CC has been landed. Now, I guess the question from DRG is, what style is he going to show us here? He does have a Spire on the way. He does have Roach speed on the way. Now, let's not forget there are some high econ, like, Corruptor Roach builds where you focus on trying to take down the BCs, which are kind of your big defensive unit, and then overrunning with Roaches. But the fact that Maru's already making 2 siege tanks makes me feel like he'll be a bit more robust against that type of play.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that, Artosis. More Hellions going to come in over here. Not getting that many workers right now. But, you know, keeping the Zerg on his toes.
Yeah, 2 more siege tanks as well. So
I mean,
he's going to have a great defensive stance.
Yeah, super turtly play here. I don't even think a Nidus network would be a wise decision right now.
No, I don't think so. But let's see what he does with the Spire. Like, are we going to see a big group of Corruptors? You could see Mutas, too. People have played around with Muta against BC.
Well, if they don't get Thors out in time, you know, that could actually be pretty good.
Yeah, the Mutas are, they have some flexibility to them. Nothing out of that Spire as of yet, which is fine as well. Starts the +1 air. You don't necessarily need to make something right off the bat there. You can wait a little bit. That's kind of an interesting thing about Zerg, right? Like, if you're Protoss or Terran, you don't have unlimited production facilities. You kind of have to be producing. Whereas with Zerg, you can bank some larva, think about it a little bit, wait, see what your opponent's going to do, and then suddenly make the units.
Yeah, you don't end up getting driven down the wrong path where you just have this unit composition that's actually useless. And we just keep having more and more Corruptors hatched here. We have 13 more on the way, many more about to come right out of the eggs.
Yeah. He wants to be able to power these BCs down before they can jump away, and that's a huge thing if you can do it. A lot of turrets being made, though, and what the turrets will do is if DRG wants to get aggressive with Corruptor Roach against this, it's not going to work out. Once you have a good amount of turrets in there, like you're not going to break through. That just supports the BCs enough that they're going to clean up everything. So Maru is turtling just right here.
12 more roaches, 17 more roaches. We're about to have a big attack. Ravagers on the way.
I could see a liftoff on that fourth base, like the planetaries being made, so maybe he'll have to cancel that if this comes quickly. But
we want to watch and see if these battle cruisers can TP away in time here.
All right, so they do jump. Go over to the turrets. Okay, one's going to get picked off immediately, which is fine.
Yeah.
And here we go. Like, I mean, he gets on top of another one immediately, and he's picking off quite a few siege tanks, but it does look as if that planetary is probably going to have to be picked up, but you know what? It's going to finish, so maybe he could just repair through.
This kind of looks like a StarCraft 1 Protoss versus Terran here, where the tanks are kind of spread out and the roaches can kind of just come through here and take their shots. Now, this is effectively all the tech that Maru led up to, killed off. I actually think Maru's probably going to die in the next couple minutes here.
Yeah. There's just so many roaches being made right now. Like I think that a big part of that was the BCs being out of position when the Corruptors caught them.
Yeah.
If you're in a more defensive spot over the turrets already when this comes, then I think you're going to actually be able to hold that. But now he's lost that fourth base. He lost a lot of siege tanks. He lost all of his battle cruisers.
You know, really, Maru probably regretting this type of attack here. You know what I mean? Maybe thinking that, you know, he could kind of do the alternative, you know, style of play against somebody who's just going to come down here and punish him.
Now, the roaches come in, try to get a kill. But it seems like he should just hold on, I think, here. But does that mean he can continue to hold on? I don't think so. I think that time has run out for him at this point. Like, he's lost a lot of workers. He still has an okay amount, especially for 3 bases. But he's not hitting critical mass of mech. When your siege tanks just keep getting reset, I mean, it becomes tough. So he's actually switching out of siege tanks. You know what? I like that idea a lot. To go into more of a battle mech comp where you can actually micro it a little bit. The siege tanks just mathematically, is he going to be able to keep any? I don't think so.
No, I think every time they come out, you know, in 3s or whatever, they just get picked off and then you're reset again here. I just don't know if you're going to actually be able to survive these next couple of attacks here. The supply difference is so insane.
Well, the Blue Flame Hellions need to deal with those Lings quickly, and he needs to get some good lock-ons here and be able to pull back. Ravager's doing a pretty good job. Now the BC is actually going to help a good amount. Look at that. Raises the wall, buys himself some more time.
Yeah, here come those Corruptors now. Yeah, there's no way that he can just move up there with ease.
And look at this. The Corruptors specifically trying to target down some of the Cyclones. Good targeting here from DRG.
Yeah, DRG is still doing an amazing job. These Corruptors are going to come in here once more. And I just don't think this battlecruiser could be protected.
Now, a good amount of tanks is actually being added.
Yeah.
And he's still got 60 workers.
To be honest, though, I mean, if you look at the map, I mean, this should be, you know, I think one of the easier things for a Zerg player to close out.
Well, I think the closing out of it is just the continuation. Like, he can continue to produce and keep somewhat aggressive, but if he just keeps expanding creep, and look, he's just finished his hive. Like, how do you ever field anything on this map as Maru? So difficult.
Well, the tank count has been, you know, built back up here. This is a pretty kind of tough place to move into, right? With the depots like they are, and then the Hellbats there to kind of plug up any of these holes.
Look at that tech switch once again.
12 mutas.
It's a great idea. A couple Cyclones are being made. We don't really have missile turrets. The 12 mutas are going to be very difficult to deal with. This tech trying to come in. Not going to find anything there. A little bit wasteful, but DRG can be. In fact, it might be better for him to be wasteful right now to get rid of some of the supply he doesn't really need. Replace it with better units.
More and more mutas being made. You know, one of the things that Zerk can do in a state of the game like this is you basically fill in your entire supply with one tech. As they counter that, you switch into another one. And so now the mutas, you know, can basically negate any defensive powers the tanks have. That's it, GG. All right, I did not expect that for game one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should chalk that up to Maru being sick, or it's just the fact that, you know, Maru went for the mech style. And honestly, I think DRG is good enough that he can just shut that down.
Well, Maru was making turrets. He took his 4th base pretty quickly there. He had a fair amount of siege tanks, but he didn't have the BC support. They went out and immediately had to jump, and one was already deep red. Whereas if his BCs are back and the Corruptors fly into him, then they start attacking. He jumps one, then he jumps the other, then he jumps the other.
Yeah.
And when you slow it down like that, every turret's getting far more hits. All the BCs are getting more hits. And if he can clear those Corruptors, everything is going to go better for him. So, while maybe DRG still does some damage, does he kill every tank, all the BCs, and the planetary with that first attack if the BCs don't get caught out in front? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think that that's where it really went wrong for Maru first.
We're ready to go into game 2 now. Berlingrad is our map. Right now, DRG with a 1-0 lead.
Came for war.
Team NV, DRG.
I'm just so surprised how close to the wall he is.
Onside Gaming, Maru.
It's like he's trying to leave no holes in the Tetris of his room, you know?
For DRG.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, it is very close to the wall, isn't it?
yeah. Try to put Nyokin on that computer, man. His elbow just hits the wall over and over. I don't know. It's just, I feel like you would center yourself a little bit more in your room.
Well, probably depends on what size the bedroom is, too. The bedroom could be to the left. The bedroom door could be to the left of where he's at. Could just be a small room.
Yeah, even so, like, I don't know. It's just, he's so close to the, like, are you playing in a telephone booth? Like, what? I see the mattress back there. There's room. But, I mean, he can be as close to the wall as he wants.
Maybe he's got his other monitor over there on the side.
Yeah, maybe.
You use 3 monitors now to stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Need him.
I use 2. One is a giant sideways one.
Giant sideways one?
That's my Hacker Man monitor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you use that for?
I put obs there, and then, you know, the chat, and
Oh, you read the chat?
you do, yeah.
I don't listen to those dummies, man. When I read that.
I don't always agree with the Martosis, but I do read them.
What? You're filling your mind with that filth, Tasteless. You are what you read, man. Cool.
You poison your brain.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 hatches here. It is, well, we can't really tell what exactly Maru wants to do, but I don't know if he's going to do Battlecruiser mech again.
It looks like a 2-on-1, right?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Could be.
He's getting the Senket Barracks. I imagine he'll throw a tech lab down immediately on this factory while he gets a starport. I mean, not what I expected to see. This hasn't been as popular a build lately. But let's see. Let's just make sure that is what it is. It might not be. It's possibly just has something else up his sleeve. There's the tech lab. Let's see if a starport starts up. Oh, he immediately went into double helling and then tech lab with the racks. Okay. Okay, so I'm not
Is it going to
entirely
be that
sure what it is.
Marauder build we've seen before?
Oh, quick stim.
Oh, never mind.
And but no starport, no starport. That's kind of the main thing that I'm looking for here.
Well, this I think is one of these builds where you come out and you stim finishes early, and you could win a fight. You don't have sustain, you can't escape, but if you could basically like snowball a fight, you're in pretty good shape.
Maybe. Okay, you just switched it back. Okay. You know what this is? It is a 2-on-1, but it's one where he took some time to get a couple Hellions out. I think that is some misdirection.
Yeah, I think it's to mask what he's actually doing.
Didn't the Overlord see the second barracks building?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it did. So, I don't know.
Well, if it did, it's hard to leave too much up to the imagination.
No, for sure. If you see a factory and a second barracks, nothing else really fits.
Okay, so the two Hellions are going to come up. Keep in mind, when you show just those two, you're also telegraphing that you don't have that many more Hellions, if any. But Maru kind of sticking, you know, after doing a pretty alternative style of play in game one, he comes into game two now. Very straightforward game. Like you said, a little bit of misdirection early on, but overall, this is like about as straightforward of a TVZ game as you can get.
Yeah.
It's almost like Maru started to build, and then innovation knocked him off the computer and said, I'm playing.
And he's like, where's your third command center?
Yeah, where is it?
How are you even going to
Where
have
am
any
I-
chance here?
I need 2 medevacs and Marines and them to roam around.
Can't wait till Inno's back.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll actually play again. I think he was saying he wasn't going to, but I know he's going
Well,
to.
that's like, you know.
By the way, TY was here a little bit ago. I ran
Yeah, I
into him when I
saw
went
him
to
in
the
this,
bathroom.
walking around in the studio.
Taller and handsomer than ever.
Yeah.
I went up to him, I whispered, Darren needs you. ROS COVID, save us.
So we're going to have some drops here. This shouldn't be anything that's too heavy of a commitment. How prepared is DRG? It's also going to be interesting to see how DRG, you know, if he's able to hang with Maru, if Maru's just playing, you know, as straight up as Maru normally does.
Well, certainly is, like, I think that Maru is not really second to any in the mech play. No one comes to mind, even Gumiho doesn't come to mind as being better at mech against Zerg than Maru is right now. Like,
I think so.
Certainly historically he would be better, but I think Maru's quite good at it, but there's a bit more power with bio openers. You have more potential for some damage, and I don't know, it's just a little bit cleaner into the late game, even though we've seen people getting a lot of mech upgrades in the late game, including Maru. Anyways, the two Sea Chinks get ferried out here, trying to take this high ground position. Definitely going to want to remove some of this creep. Getting rid of a few of these very important tumors right now.
Yeah.
Get that one, get that one. And stims forward, has good siege tank placement.
Siege tech placement.
Siege tank.
Okay, this is getting really bad for DRG. These queens. Oh, hold on. He's going to try to come into the side here with these lanes.
Oh, that's a lot of Marines, man. But the lane flank is coming up here, and it looks like you will be able to kill the siege tanks. More Marines drop out, trying to do what they can here efficiently. And he does kill a lot of lings. But you know what? That hatchery's still alive, and that's what Maru wanted.
Yeah, you know, with the hatchery still in the game, I mean, look, there's a few more reinforcements coming up, but oh my god, this flank over here is so good.
Is it enough?
Yeah, he's going to get that tank. Oh, man.
Beautifully done to get the tank. Just so important. The reinforcements get reinforced by the main army there, but it's not enough. He only saves a handful of Marines.
And there's so many queens around this hatchery. There's no way to kind of drop in and snipe it and get back out.
Baneling's speed about a third the way done right now as well.
All right, Link's even coming here from behind. Bane's coming. The tank does target some of it, but the numbers here are overwhelming. And this 2-base Maru is in a lot of trouble. When you do a 2-base timing attack like that and you do not kill the 4th base, it is a hellish late game.
Yeah, and it came really close. Like, he almost had it. I think when he backed up, he thought he was going to be able to go back down and grab it, but unfortunately, here we are, and Maru not in the greatest spot right now. 46 workers against 56, not where Maru wants to be. He's down an upgrade as well. 2-2 is on the way here for DRG. Dude, DRG, like, if you actually look at this, look at the numbers, man. The upgrades, the worker counts and everything, the base count, DRG's way ahead.
I can't believe that tank is not going to get killed.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't see the SCVs repairing it at first. I'm like,
dude, all the units are red.
Possibly be.
What is the deal with this?
It's red units and red hit point bars.
Yeah.
I can't tell, guys. Sorry. So, I mean, even more growth now on the map. Now, look, if any Terran player is going to still win in this position, it is Maru. Okay, so I don't want to give up on Maru just yet, but I do want to say DRG has got to this game to where he probably wants it to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh!
Not the best moment there for Maru. DRG's about to have 2-2 against 1-1. Up 2 upgrades with Ling Bane against Marines is absolutely amazing. It's going to be really hard for Maru to get anything done. And he may just have to go into his very retracted type of play where he's turtling heavily, but normally he's in a much better position for that. Still, just 55 workers, his economy not so strong. He does have the 3rd base. Do we even have a 4th CC started? No, we don't.
I don't think there's one parked in the main somewhere either.
No, there's not. There's really, like, he has 3 CCs, that's it.
Pretty soon the shoe's going to be on the other foot here. Oh my God. Okay, there's been 2 moments where we just saw big chunks of Marines get popped by Banes. All right, he's like, I got to finish what I started with that tank.
Dude, what a big moment here for DRG.
Yeah.
I got to see the group standings after this.
GG.
That's a big deal, that 2-0, man. This group is getting reversed so fast.
Battle of the bedroom gamers over here.
Yeah.
Sick, isolated. That's when gamers play their best.
Dude, it's all Maru's trophies against a mattress on the floor, and the mattress on the floor won.
Against DRG, who looks like he just got divorced right now, man. This is looking rough. DRG is going to have some more trophies behind him soon.
He is the oldest player in GSL.
He's got to put a bookshelf back there.
For what?
For all the trophies he's going to win.
Maru should get up and go throw his trophies, like break them on camera.
Maru should just push that air conditioner out the window.
I wish that Creator was playing tonight, man.
All right, guys, we've got an interview. Oh, no, we don't. We will, though.
Well, Geary has to get over to your house immediately. This is really tough.
Oh, that's right.
Actually.
It's on Discord. What am I saying?
Yeah.
And DRG is currently ranked 2 wins, 2 losses with over a point of 2 points. All right, DRG, hello.
네, 안녕하세요.
Hello.
네, 맞아. 먼저 조성주 선수 승리 축하드리겠습니다.
So first of all, congratulations on your win over Maru. A 2-0 win for you. How do you feel?
이번 경기 되게 중요한 진출에 있어서 되게 중요한
Well,
경기
this match was
같았는데
very crucial for my advancement.
안정적인 진출 확률을 가지지
So I feel
않았나
really happy about winning this match, and I think I have a good shot at advancing now. That's right. So it was a pretty hard-fought victory for you. So DRG, I also heard that you caught COVID. So how are you feeling right now?
뭐 크게 막 열 오르는 건 많이 지나갔고.
You know, I think my symptoms are recovering. My throat still hurts, and I'm coughing quite frequently. But apart from that, it doesn't really affect my performance or practice. That's right, DRG. You are not in the favorable situation to practice, but despite that, you're able to gain a 2-0 victory over Maru.
근데 성주도 같이 저랑 코로나에 걸린.
I mean, Maru also has COVID.
서로 연습을 많이 못할 거라고
So we
생각을
both
했어요.
couldn't practice
그래서
that
그냥
much.
최대한 기본기 위주로 그냥
So I try to, just work on my basics and try to have my mindset as if I'm just learning from him. So you gain a victory over Maru when Maru uses mechanic. And Maru actually showed a very impressive mechanic build against Rainer. And DRG, you showed a good performance against mechanical army as well. So what do you think matters the most when it comes to going up against mechanical army.
털려가지고 불리한 상태였는데.
I mean, I was not in a good situation because the siege tanks heavily attacked me.
그냥 운 좋게 민 느낌이라서.
And then, you know, I had corruptors, and then, you know, corruptors gave me room for upset.
코로나로 컨디션이 안 좋은 상황에서도 오늘 좋은 모습
So DRG, despite you having suffering from COVID, you showed a good performance today.
시청자분들께 한 말씀.
So before we wrap this up, anything you want to say to the fans?
뭐 이렇게 그렇게 2승 2패 뭐 그렇게 나쁘지만.
You know, today I gained 2 wins and 2 losses. I don't think it's too bad. Not good, but it's not too bad. So I'm gonna try to practice more when I start to recover, and then I'll try to deliver a good, better performance in the next match. And I hope the viewers at home, I hope you guys wear your mask properly and try to not get COVID. All right, thank you, DRG. Thank you.
네, 지금까지 박수호 선수 만나봤습니다.
Am I on? Thank you, Annie. Excellent work as always. Guys, coming up next, we're going right back to PVZ again. Hero versus Sue is next. We've got a short break, and then we go to that.